Are you at your wit's end trying to help your separation anxiety dog? You feel like you've tried everything and nothing is really making a difference? Don't lose hope. I have some suggestions. Before we go any further, if you have a dog or a cat that has separation anxiety and you're looking for help, or if you're just looking to have your dogs and cats live happier, healthier lives, I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button. When it comes to a reaction to fear, we all have the same thing. Dogs, cats, people. We have what's called the fight or flight mode, or what I like to say is fight, flight, or freeze mode. Say that you're walking down the street and someone pulls a gun on you. You're going to do one of three things. You're going to fight, you're going to get the heck out of there and flight, or you're going to freeze in fear. That is a normal response to a dangerous situation. Something that your body is saying, you need to get out of this situation. I'm giving you three options. Do one of them. Even though maybe not all of them are good options, your body is telling you to react. When it comes to separation anxiety, this is happening in our dogs. They have that fight or flight mode, but it's not a real danger. It's a danger that they have in their mind that you have left, and the end of the world is coming because their owners are no longer in the house, and they have this pure terror inside them, and they don't know what to do with it. So they try to fight, by destroying your house. They try to flight. A lot of dogs will scrape window sills, chew on them, scratch at the door until they have done damage. I'm sure at this point you probably have Googled things, or maybe even watched some of my videos of some suggestions of what you could do for separation anxiety. Maybe people are not understanding that your dog is beyond those things. It's so terrified that you're leaving that none of these things are helping because he is so high alert, high anxiety that nothing that you're working with him is helping. So that's okay, because here's what we could do. We could try to get him settled down, not sedated, but just take the edge off so that he or she, when you leave the house, is still going to have separation anxiety, but this is just going to take the edge off and help them while you're working through this trauma. What am I suggesting here? I'm suggesting to try some calming aids. There are a ton of calming aids on the market for our pets. I have tried a lot of them through the years because I've had Great Danes for over 30 years now, and they are notorious for being scared to death of thunderstorms, and I lived in the Midwest, so you could just imagine what that was like. Scared to death of fireworks, scared to death, and then every single Great Dane, that was my cat just rearranging my decor. Let's just ignore that. Every single one of my Great Danes have had a level of separation anxiety from mild to severe. And I will have to say that Marvin is one of the most unique separation anxiety dogs that I've ever dealt with. So here comes Maggie now, the one that's rearranging. But anyway, let's get back to this. So I have two calming aids that I personally really love, the two that I use. So the first one that I love is from a company called Herbsmith. This calming aid has done wonders for thunderstorms, for anxiety, but it does not sedate. Now, I have to be clear on this. You might take this and you're like, I don't notice any difference in my dog. All you're going to notice is that they're going to be a little bit more zen. What this is going to do is take the anxiety from high to just a little bit lower, just taking that edge off so that we can work with them, because we still have a lot of work. This, no calming aid, no sedation is going to cure them of separation anxiety. You have to do the work. But I am a firm believer, while you're doing the work, let's get them on a calming aid that's going to help take the edge. Recently got an RV, and we did a road trip, and he got nervous in the RV, which I don't blame him. And we're in the back. My husband's driving. I'm back with all the animals. And it's a bumpy ride, and it's kind of loud. You got dishes and stuff rattling around there. So he got nervous. So I did put him on the CalmShen, and tell you about the second calming aid that I actually use with this one. So this is the one that I give that keeps them kind of level throughout the whole day. But let me tell you about this other one. Now that Marvin knows that when he gets in the RV, he gets a little nervous when, my husband starts up that motor and we're going. All of a sudden, you'll see him start panting and you'll see his side shaking. So what I do is that the ComShen is still working. It's just that he needs a little bit more for that initial like 20 minutes of when we first get on the road. Just the same as when you have a separation anxiety dog. They need something for that first 15-20 minutes that you leave the house. So that's when this comes in. It's bottles here. This one, as you can see, has like a little paw print on. This is specifically made for our pets. And it's oil based. That's the only thing I don't like about this, especially when I'm in the RV and I'm trying to give it to Marvin and we're bouncing around and I'm getting oil down my shirt. That's the only downfall, is it's oil. This one is not oil feel. It's water based, but there is some alcohol. So if you're going to give this to your cat, I don't think that they would like this. Dogs, the little bit that I'm giving, I especially Marvin being so big, I mean, it's a tiny little dropper. And you just give, several drops. And what I do is I just pick their lips up and put it on their gums, and we're good to go. I do give it to Kira, and I give it to Marvin the same. And it's these two together are my golden ticket to lowering that anxiety and just taking the edge off Marvin. Now, am I saying that this is going to cure your dog from separation anxiety and thunderstorms and all the stuff? No.